Ja. Oh, maar ja.
Wij zijn gewoon kapsters, wij zijn snel.
All round. Ja, all round.
So we are again in the Baixia in downtown, and I said already that was reconstructed after the earthquake and the tsunami. But for one building, they're searching the original stones to put again together. And that is a church. And Nossa Conceição Velha. When I get green, it will appear on my left after the yellow building. So why they take so much effort to build this one like original is because Vasco da Gama prayed there before he found a way to India. So please look to my left. Nossa Conceição Velha, and again in monolithic style. There we are.
Hoe zitten jullie nou vast? Oh, alleen aan de voorkant. Ja, maar als je zo...
In So in a second you will see a house with peaks on a wall. It is now in my front. It will appear in my left. Very unusual building, you see it? Here to my left. This one?
Yeah.
So, and I said Portuguese like the simple names. And what do you think about how it called? It called House with Peaks, Casa dos Picos. So that is the Museum of Saramago, and when you go down in the cellar, there are excavation for the first tribe who settled on that place, and it was the Phoenicians, and that's why Lisbon is dated on the year 1250 before Christ. That makes Lisbon the second oldest city of Europe. Only Athens in Greece is older.
Nice detail, didn't know that.
So now we have another stop. This place called the Alfama. Alfama is the oldest quarter of Lisbon.
Yes.
They're so old, even carts and horses didn't exist. So the streets are very narrow.
Yeah.
And we came also to a place to talk a bit about the Jews in our history. I said already, it was a country we gave also the Jews shelter. But we have the same situation like the Templar Knights, because the Inquisition was started also by the Pope. Means by Spain, but he make the Pope believe on it, and that's why all Europe have to start. So they flee from everywhere, and they could come to Portugal. And our king make it in his own way, and just say to the Jews, change the religion.
Okay.
And a lot of them change the religion. Sometimes they just keep it, just pretend and keep it at home. So they change also the names. They're chosen Latin names of plants. And by the way, the old Portuguese, we have no Latin names. Our heritage is Lusitanian. It's an old Celtic tribe and a younger Celtic from the north. And because we get the last names from mother and father, we can see also our heritage by our name.
Yeah.
And now we come to my names.
Oh.
I have 3 last names. And my first last name is Jacinto. Latin, Jewish descent, and it's a flower. My second last name is Esteves, is also Jewish, Latin, and it is a small bush, a little tree, makes also flowers. And my last name, Soares, I didn't get it for years. And one day I was so curious, I have to find out. And then I found out it is one of the older names. It is Celtic. And now I want to repeat. Flower. Little bush with flower. Unfortunately, pig farmer. So sometimes it comes like that. So follow me.
Front row. En de second row.
So
Dat is wel lekker.
just a moment, I will put my tuk-tuk in front because I'm illegal in that side. But so if you go, I don't know. Pop. Perfect. So I get no ticket, so great. So follow me. So the Jews which came to Portugal, they have to change their heritage. But our king just make it that far that necessary. And that's why they never ask the original Portuguese Jews to change their religion. They stay like it is. But our Jews have a bit different kind of view of his religion. I'll show you that. So do you remember on the National Pantheon took 200 years to build?
Yeah.
So please look down to the right to this water source, the chemical water source, and maybe you found out that the water is not running anymore.
No.
So it someday it doesn't work, and then they said they want to fix it.
Yeah.
And it was 10 years ago, and the people started to talk. They say, "Ah, that takes so long, like the Pantheon was built."
Yeah.
So that is a
90 years to go.
yeah, 10, yeah, not 110, yeah. Please look on the top. You see a nice building on the water source there. That was the bathhouse. Right now it is an Airbnb. Okay. Let's go.
Hier allemaal druk.
Ja, erg laat.
dat is goed. Spijkerbroeken met die strepen, strepen. Mijn moeder, volgens mij kwam door moeder. Kan door de stof of zo ook zijn, hè? Ik weet niet dat het vroeger wel vaker is. De spijkerbroek gebeurde met water, heel vroeg.
Ik denk al als je het gewoon zo was, dat het eerder is. Daarom was het altijd binnen buiten. Met zwarte zwarte broeken ook.
So, who is the most famous Portuguese right now? We are perfect. So, Cristiano Ronaldo never forget his home country, and so he invested of his lot of money also in Portugal and also in Lisbon. And the next hotel after this cross, it is from him. The Pisano's CR7, like the sign of Cristiano Ronaldo. So here to the right, Pestana CR7, his hotel, and it's sports bar as next in the corner. So please look to my left. There you see again the Arco de Augusta, but in more near. There we are.
Waar we gisteren zaten. Die zijn al een uur lekker uit.
Oh, die was wel heel lekker, ja. Ik heb die zal niet goedkoop zijn. Die was 5,50. Alleen de tosti was goedkoop. Ja, het water zit ook
maar. Ja, misschien zal de koffie ook nog mee.
Misschien 6 euro. Ik denk het wel, zo gauw.
Dat valt goed mee, toch?
Ja, maar het is niet goedkoop.
Nee, maar het was best een grote cappuccino.
Het zag er wel heel lekker uit.
Iemand zei tegen mij dat de prijzen wel vergelijkbaar zijn als in Nederland. Qua eten.
Ja, die was wel lekker. Ja,
Dat was ook 15.
als je er één drinkt.
Maar dat was in Londen ook 12.
Als je 2 wijntjes drinkt, dan ben je meer kwijt.
Ik vind het wel fijn dat nou door normale euro's is. Dat je niet helemaal hoeft te denken van oh ja, hoe zit het nou ook weer?
So please look to my left. You see this pillar on the center in front of the mayor house of Lisbon. And you know, because we are old cities, that is the place where the people who got guilty hanged on hands to die. And even small villages have something like that.
Ja, inderdaad.
Vast elektrisch.
Nee. Ik zou niet. Ik ook niet.
Ik ga dat ook niet doen. Nee,
Ik vind een zadel nou niet zo lekker. Oh nee, nou kan ik helemaal niet fietsen.
Oh, oké.
En met de trein zeggen, dus ik ga fietsen. Echt goed. Ja, maar dan fietsen we zacht, dus ik zit erin is. Ik ga.
Dat is lijn 12.
Lijn 12? Dus dan misschien
Sorry. So we saw this elevator from 1902, and I said behind this elevator is the bridge brings you to uptown. You will see the bridge. And it is this bridge. Yeah. The elevator is on the right and brings you to uptown. So, and this is the old shopping streets time on the Kings. So, and there's a lot of old shops here, but of course the most are changes to modern brand. But I show you one which is still traditional, and this is Juwelier. Just a moment. It get a new name, but inside is still the old style. Just imagine how beautiful this street was. Here on my right, the old juwelier.
Jewish people, because in Antwerp, in
Yeah.
Belgium, Jewish
Yeah.
people are with the diamond.
Yeah,
You know, they buy. They are good in selling diamonds.
yeah, I heard
Was
that.
that also here, or that was just
I
your
guess,
family that started there?
you know, we never forced them, because in Middle Europe they was not allowed to make some works,
Okay.
and then they just begin to sell something.
Yeah.
Here in Portugal, we never forced them to they could do everything what they want.
Yeah.
So
They were.
so there was normal people, and so they get not richer than the other people too, because they have the same possibilities.
Last year we went to Girona,
Okay.
and the Jewish people, okay, but they have to bring a lot of money to be able to stay there. So
Yeah,
they became the richest, but they didn't have the freedom there.
that is the different. Portugal, you know, when we talk about the West, and the thinking of the West started here in this tiny little nation. So even it was not that elevated like today, but always we chosen the best way to make it more human. So and even one of the things how we make our empire is we left the sailor in some places, and they have just the order to make friends. And when our discoverer came back on the same place, they get water and food, and they became part of a trade line. That is the start of the modern diplomacy.
Yeah.
So which makes our European Union that powerful. To have friends makes more power than to start enemies. And that is what Trump will learn again. So please look to my left. This shop here is a bookstore. And it is, for real, the oldest bookstore in the world. Since 1732. And still in force, and you see even the symbol of the... you're right. Yeah, we are, but we are not finished. We are not finished. I don't want to claim the time from you. We have a lot of other things to see, so don't worry. So I said already, the Portuguese want to be simple that possible, and the best you can see it is on the simple names, right? So what do you think a Portuguese gave a fish restaurant a name?
Fish.
A bit more funny, I will tell you. It is called Here You Get Fish. Aqui há peixe. Just a moment, I will show you this restaurant. And by the way, it is a good restaurant, and not that expensive, and not that far away from your restaurant, so from your hotel. Just a moment. Oh, sorry.
En realidad,
That hole needs a new name. It was a new hole. Maybe I name this this whole joke. Woo! Woo! Yeah, great, yeah.
You're yelling.
So I'm very thankful that you don't choose another name, because I said to some clients the same thing, and then they said, oh, this hole, please name it after me.
Oh.
Which is very weird, you know. So Kia Fish is this restaurant here in the corner. This one.
Maar het is wel beter daar.
Here you get fish, a Kia Fish.
Looks good.
And
You were lucky they don't say ass at that moment.
yes. You get me right, you get me right. You know, I want to repeat, normally I want to repeat everything, and then I said, don't repeat this. So, on the left is the Theater Trinidad, is still in work. At evening they open these green doors, and then you see the next pieces.
Theater. Zal het hier zijn? Nee, dat is
So, and the next monument or statue is from our most important poet, called Luis de Camões, and he was a sailor, a just normal sailor, not a captain, nothing special, and he started to write his book while he served in our navy. And please look to my left, the statue of Luis de Camões. And pastime to serve in the navy was very dangerous, and he had 2 times to suffer when the ship goes under and have to save his life by swimming. And the last time his book was already finished, so he had to hold his book on his left hand up the water and swim just with one hand. Luis de Camões was not rich, of course, but his book gets so famous that he was invited to teach in the University of Lisbon, and he get very rich people who learned from him, and because he could not afford a statue, these first boys who learned from him spent the money for his statue. And because they have to ask by the family, they said to the family, oh, you make also a statue of me. And that's why these people are around him. So we go up to Uptown. We are still in the beginning from Uptown to Chiado, where your hotel is, and we will pass. We'll pass a church, and this church was built by the Jesuits, and the Jesuits, there was the guys who make the Christianization in the colonies, and because of them, I don't know how, but they get very rich. So they have a church, and and this is also not far away from your hotel. When you go there, you will see that it's over and over with gold from inside. One time I have American guests, and I said to them, this church will trump love because because of the gold, yeah. And everything what you find here could be very beautiful, but always don't make that rich, like sometimes is shown inside. And these churches also look very simple from outside. And this church will appear on my right. His name is Rock, and the inside is built in the style of the Rococo. Here on my right. This one. Yeah. Don't look like so rich from outside, right? And you have also on the Bairro Alto a few miradores, and the next miradore called San Pedro de Alcántara. And maybe that is the miradore with the nicest view, because you can see the oldest part of Lisbon, the castle, and the streets down there. Here on my right.
Yeah, now we are at the other side.
Yeah. So even on the time of the kings, we had a different kind of rulers. So we will see the Prince Real, that is the house where the Crown Prince always lived. Of course, this quarter is more for the richer people, of course. So he lives in between the richer and capable people, but still in the people. So please look to my right, just a moment. There you will see a white house. A white house which looks a little bit like a palace of the Middle East. Right now is in front of me. You see it? Not all of you, I guess. Sorry. So, just a moment. There. This one. This one here. So, the Prince Real means the Crown Prince lived here before he started to be ruler of the country. In between the people and live with the people. Of course, a bit better than the people, but still he begins to be real Portuguese like other people do. So, we was the first country who started the colonization. So, we get also people from all over the world. And by the way, when we tested our DNA, you will see the whole world in our DNA. Because we was only that few people who was all over the world, so we make family all over the world. And sometimes the world come here to Portugal. And there's also old Chinese family who settled here in Portugal and make a Chinese restaurant. And later became a very famous bar. This pavilion with the red sheets, which is now down, is this pavilion, which is a bar, and is very beautiful from inside. At evening they open, they have a lot of collections of different stuff. And you don't can see anymore that are Chinese. They speak Chinese, but they look like Portuguese. So this church here is also interesting because if you have to enter on the right side, it's small, and they have nice azulejos, this blue titles, and it's very beautiful from the inside. So I recommend also to visit this one if you want to. So, and my favorite statue, but I said already, that is the man called Antonio Ribeiro, this guy who gave the name this quarter, Chiado. And I like this statue because he looks like a rapper. He's just smiling and had the 3 fingers. And so just a moment, we will see it. So, just a moment, you will see it. Is this guy you see here? Just a moment, and we get green, and then can see it better. So it's green. Look, Chiado personally, and smiling and Kipling with the share. When I did it in a school in Germany, my teacher was angry with me.
Because you call it a rapper.
Yeah. Another theater. We have a lot of theaters here. So, you know, this is the time before TV.
Still popular here, theater?
Oh yeah, yeah. We go sometimes, but we have more theater than pieces to see. Yeah? And right now, our culture will increase because we have a little bit more money. Means not the people, but the state. So. And then we have, we are starting to restore a lot of theaters, and then we have get more culture in that way.